Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to another day, another stream, another thing that we're doing. Yes, we are starting. This is the start position. We are getting into the start position. I am assuming the start position. Everyone. We have started Warframe. Yes, yes, we have. Really do want to do more Warframe streams. I'm making it a reality. And I also want to do other games. We're probably gonna finish up Mario and Luigi tomorrow if we can. And I want to do Dome Keeper. Dome Keeper is just having some issues, and for the moment, I'm just not doing Dome Keeper. For now. For now, for now, for now, for now, for now. For now, 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 for now. For now. Alright. Here, check there. I want to check my Nightwave. I haven't done that in a hot minute. What is this? Use elemental vices to change the elemental damage of an adversary weapon. I have no clue what that is. We want the colors, though. The colors are nice. Even though I want a Robo-Hound that shoot missiles. Ribbons that fly around you. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I really want this. Really want that. But for now, I'm gonna check on Earth while people may or may not drop by, and I'm gonna swap out my Warframe real quick. I want to be... So there's a weekend thing where you get bonus XP this weekend, which is cool and good. And I want to go to the Cetus real quick. Yup. Head into Cetus. So what I want to do is level up a bunch of stuff today. That's the plan, is to level up a bunch of stuff, do some mirror defense, and get some other stuff going. Just like get some stuff in the pipe works, just getting crafted in Warframe. How many Fate Pearls do I have? Oh yes, I was doing this last time. I was trying to get Comey parts. Not last on last stream, but like one of the last times I played Warframe. Yes, it was. It definitely was me attempting to get one of these fabulous parts. All right, wait, hold up. Let me move that. Let me here. So I need to just close my door real quick. Every time I start streaming now, my cat starts screaming at me, and it's just like my cat knows. My cat's so smart, smartest cat, brattiest of cats. But oh, that's blood on that rock. And someone just having a fun time, and a bird having a fun time. Everyone's having a fun time. All right, leave Cetus. Yes. Priority 1, level up Warframes today. Because I also got my own separate booster besides the event booster. So I want to level up weapons. So let's see what we have already done. The ready build. No, ready to build, in progress build. Here we go. That's what I wanted. The other song. What is this? Feel the kick of the corpus shotgun. The lens, the purgator, the comb. I'll take a Skindo. I'm gonna take that. Queue up another one. I'm so bad at queuing up Forma. I need to be better at it. I need to be better at queuing up Formas every day. Because some days I forget to grab it and I'm like, oh no. And then I'll like Forma a weapon or a Warframe 7 times. I already have one of those made. Ooh, what is the comb? Like the large comb, this hand shotgun doubles its volley each successive. Ooh, oh yeah, give me that. And I don't know. Already have that made. Have that made. Why did I have that? Oh, I think I accidentally clicked that. That was a misclick. That was a fat misclick right there. Let's go by usage. Swap. No, we'll max this out first and then swap. Go by usage. I want to change the appearance of this. Boop. That's boring. Randomized. Perfect. Did I ever put any upgrades on this thing? I did. That's good. I was smart in the past. I mean, like, I'm still smart now. I'm super smart. I got big old wrinkles in my brain. Yup. Big brain wrinkles. Also, if I haven't said it yet, this is a stream where anyone's like, yo, I want to play Warframe. I want to join in missions. And I'd be like, get in here, you. Yup. Critical chance, status chance. Wow, this. Yeah, I'm not really using her for a 4. The leveling mission that everyone loves. That's a lie. So my plan today is to just make a dent in the weapons and gear that I have stockpiled to just level it up because I hate leveling stuff up. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh, wait, no, I was not looking forward to the 1. I was looking for the 4. Okay, I get it now. Hildren's such a good Warframe. One of those Warframes I never used enough, and I really should use Hildren more. But I just haven't. And I really love Hildren. Hildren is, I can't sing the praise of Hildren as a Warframe anymore already. There's a few Warframes where I'm like, yo, low-key, kind of a must-have Warframe for, you know, just you and your arsenal, and Hildren might be one of them. I'm playing Trailmaker right now, so I can't type. That's okay, Godzilla. Hello and welcome for another wonderful day on the Stram. I was just talking about earlier how I just wanted to have more Warframe streams, and I'm just trying to make it happen and make that a reality right now. And I really hope that people one day be like, wow, I really like this guy. He makes Warframe. He does a little bit of Warframe on the side. He's a really, really cool dude. And I want to be his friend. Maybe not friend, but it's like, yo, I just want to watch him. He's just a funny little clown dude on the internet. Ugh. I think about making another Moodle. New little, not like a crazy upgrade model, but like just a nice little alternative just to have on different days. You know, some days I'm like, I want this model. It's like, I'm feeling this model today. You know? Okay, what the hell was that? Naros, Wisp, Noko. What the hell were all those squares? What's that one huge Pokemon in Sword and Shield? You better not be the host. Oh my god, why is the host always the first one to leave in these stupid missions? I'm gonna crash out. I'm only 10 minutes in. I'm gonna crash out on these Warframe players. I love Warframe players, but also they're the biggest group of actually people ever. With any game to where there's big loot, and you'd be like, no one, why are you just hating on them? It's like, I'm not hating on them. They hated on me first. No, I am hating on them. I take it back. I'm trying to make excuses. There's no excuse. Pure malice. I'm just gonna keep shooting them with my cool little hand blasters. I forget how leveling up weapons suck because I have to actually like try to kill these suckers versus just use my favorite stuff and blow them all away. This is like another cool thing about Hildren. You can just go just like full Wrath of God, Archangel, and you just fly around and then just rain death on the non-believers. Warframe is literally just a power fantasy, and it's the greatest part of Warframe is the fact that it's one big power fantasy. Also, this Warframe's funny. Another reason I like Hildren is because she doesn't have like an energy bar. She has all her abilities come from her shield. So it's like, oh, you use 25 energy. It's like, nah, you're using the resource that you take damage with. Or to tank damage with. So she's crazy tanky, but it depends on how hard you spam her abilities. But she has abilities to replenish shields and even overcap on shields like I'm doing right now. Yeah, one more wave and I should be able to max out this set of weapons I have on me. What is it called? The Balefire charge? Or fire? What do I call it charge? The Balefire, just calling that a weapon is so cool. You're like, yo, what's the name of your gun? The Balefire. And it's just like, holy shit. I'm just saying, if there was a military contract and I was like a 5-star general, whoever decides which guns get made, and I saw one called the Balefire, I'd be like, wait, hold up. Hold up, let me take a look at this. Another great part of Hildren is that you can literally use your shields to beam down other stuff. Like, look at that funny little line. I'm just ticking down their damage. Obviously, like, it's not like a great damaging tool, but it's a tool that recharges ally shields and damages enemies that are within your immediate vicinity. But of course, it constantly ticks away while you're ticking away at stuff. So if you're hitting and charging up more shields, gonna eat up more of your shields. But it's okay, because I gave Hildren like 300% damage to her abilities. So when we suck away enemy shields to add to our own, we get like 2,000. So essentially, Hildren as a Warframe is just a perpetual motion machine. I'm just sucking. Yeah, just sucking fuck. Suck away resources, and then you screw over the enemies. Also, you're stripping protection, so you're stripping their shields that they have, actual shields, and you're stripping armor with that ability. And if you have the ability strength super high on Hildren, you're stripping even more. So she has, what's it called? She has it all in her kit. She has damage. She has CC. She has armor strip, which is like crazy, crazy huge for higher levels and stuff in higher level missions in Warframe. Armor strip is where it's at. If you have a Warframe that has an armor strip ability, you are the coolest guy in the squad. All right. Because you're not like those other losers that need like a secondary to like prime up the person. If you're like prime up, it's like, well, it's like when you strip an enemy of like shields and protections and make them more vulnerable to damage. It's called priming. Just like in any game. It's just like dot damage, you know? But Warframe, you gotta prime. You gotta lube them up. Yo, we got enough XP. I don't know what you're doing, bro, but we got it. Mission complete. You know what sucks about events with like crazy amounts of XP is that you don't know when they're happening. They just kind of happen, and it's like, oh man, there's that really cool event I want to do. Also, this is the peak of Warframe gameplay loop of being like, oh, I gotta make weapon to modify weapon to make weapon to modify weapon. Or not modify, make new weapon to level up to make another weapon to level up, make another weapon to level up. And now that I have the sort by... Oh. Used up all my item slots already. I don't need the belt boltor. I don't need the Dex Sabaris. I don't need the Grinlock? Some of these weapons I have just for leveling, and then I forgot to chuck them. The Scourge, I don't like this one. That one kind of sucked. I don't want to get rid of it because it was a pain to build. Some of these weapons I don't want to get rid of for the pure fact that I'm like, oh wait, that was actually kind of a bitch to build. Okay, I have 2 of those. I already have a good one, so I'm going to chuck that one. The Shaku. Wait. Was this a pair of nunchucks that doubled as guns that also doubled as nunchucks? Oh, I remember those. Those were kind of cool. Wait, is this all my weapons? Oh, it's all my weapons. Check out the Dexdocra. Check out my action. They give out these weapons every anniversary, and I always have to sell a bunch of them for their delicious weapon slots. I need to sell some more junk. The new core is just to microwave the gun. The Rumjack. The Seer, the Silva and Aegis Prim. That, I don't want that. I'm sitting here playing with my pill bottle. Yeah, that should do it. That's 5 slots. Sell items. Never sell items, honestly, in Warframe, because if you sell your items, it's just, you're just losing. You're losing so much. Ooh, the tag and lug. Right, weapons that I gotta make for mastery. Have that one made. Don't have that one made. Oh, let's go to the ready to build. Sort by type. Scroll past all this junk. Ready to build is just kind of just like a tab to it's like, oh, you have all the material and you can start building this right now, today. Ooh. Hmm. I should level up what I have already and then start building stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, because if I start building stuff now and it's just like, oh, wait, no, I already had that built and it was already in my inventory, it'd just be silly to just, you know, make 2 of them. And they both take up a weapon slot. Is there anything else down here that I, like, made and then just kind of abandoned? Oh, yeah, the Fullman. Definitely abandoned that. The Rubico Prime. Oh, yeah, definitely abandoned that one, too. Abandoned a lot of these primary weapons. Any Warframes I kind of, like, made and then just low-key abandoned, too. What was it? I think it was Uriel? Yeah, it was Uriel. That's it. I like how they gave a demon Warframe an angel's name. There's a rare occasion to where the Warframe dev team sucked at naming something. And I'm like, wow, that was like a big fat L in terms of naming. Warframe dev team. Suck my fart. Like Gara. I hate Gara. Gara was, it was like, it was the Warframe that makes glass. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. And they're going to name it Glass. And I'm like, you know, it's on the nose. It's a good name. I love saying the word glass. And I'm just throwing broken glass in the enemy's eyes. This is great. And then they were just like, yeah, we're naming it Gara, like the sand kid from Naruto. And I'm like, I hate this. I hate this. And they're like, yeah, Gara is another word for glass, not glass, sand. And sand makes glass. And I'm like, why? Why? You know, a lot of your fan base is just going to be like thinking about that one edgy kid from Naruto. Ugh. Low-key, Gara's one of the coolest dudes in Naruto. May or may not be extremely biased about it. And what Warframe is sometimes. Sometimes you just batch make weapons and then you're just doing mass level ups. Ooh. I totally forgot. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know how to make Uriel kind of work. This is part of the reason I abandoned this Warframe was the fact that I'm like, I couldn't figure out how to make him functional. If that makes sense. Like, his abilities were like, wow, world on fire, torch the entire room in hell flames. Hell flames, hell flames, hellfire. Hellfire. What I wanted to say. I'm also starting to feel incredibly sick right now. Tired of being sick. I'm tired of being sick every day. Alright, I'm gonna extract from this mission the next chance I get, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom and just feel sick for like a hot minute. I don't know how long that'll be, but I gotta go do that. That's on the docket for today. This one guy's like 9 waves, and normally I'd be like, yeah, white wave 9's perfect. The perfect amount of waves, but I can't. I gotta go be sick. I gotta go be horrendously sick. Unapologetically sick. I want to be polite. You know, that guy, when people type in chat, I'm like, I want to be as polite and be like, because they were like, yo, wave 9, wave 9, wave 9. And I'm like, oh, I want to. But I gotta go be horrendously sick. So I will be back really quick. BRB bathroom. I will be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm back, and I feel bad. I feel bad. Oh my god. I didn't mean to be gone that long. I was super sick. All right, but I'm back from being super sick. I'm back from being super sick. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was dying. I was dying. But I'm back from dying. Okay, so I think trying to level up 3 different separate weapons at the same time is a bad idea. Wait, hold up. No. Come on. Okay. Almost there. Another run of Hildren. I'm gonna do something else. Did my game die? Because they disconnected. Did I disconnect? Did Warframe die? No way Warframe died the moment I came back. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna reboot. I'm still here. I'm just rebooting. Rebooting. Rebooting, reshooting. Reshooting and rebooting. The live is unstable. Oh. You know what I miss? Auntie Anne pretzels. If you don't know, it's like basically the mall pretzels, and if you go to a mall and you get a pretzel, they're so good. They're so freaking good. Okay, I'm back on the game. Not that I actually left this time. I really did that because when I log in, it just shows like my password and junk, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to show that. I don't want to show my password. Bad time. A really bad time. Do 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 no 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 do 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 no. I don't know why, but I have that one song stuck in my head. Like, you ever see Endgame, and it's just like, let me. Gosh, I can't. What are the words? It's like I can feel the words in my skull, but I can't like sing them. You know, it's like, oh my god, this is maddening. This is actually the most like the worst feeling ever. Not the worst feeling ever. There's worse feelings, like being burnt alive. That's a really bad feeling. This gun is so crap, and I can't wait to get to chuck it. This is like one of those guns. It's from the tutorial, and it's like I want to chuck it as fast as humanly possible. Look at this. This is so horrendous. Wave cleared. This is my favorite part of Uriel right here. This is the best part of his kit. It's flying. What do you guys think if I was like, hey, what if I just want to just start playing Deltarune, like right this instant? Would everyone be like, oh, Meltamoon? Everyone would just absolutely just like piss themselves in absolute bliss and joy if I just turned on Deltarune. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I would piss myself in absolute bliss and joy if Schmeltaroon came on my screen too. You know what I like? It's still funny. People are like, "Oh my god, Toby Fox has the next chapter of Deltarune ready, and he's withholding it from us." And it was him just being like, "Hey guys, I got the alpha put together, and the testers are gonna be testing it soon, just to give you a little progress update." And everyone's like, "He's holding it from us." Tear him apart. Which I find hilarious. There's some people who have icons on Warframe. I'm like, damn, that's a really good icon. Like, that E-girl, that little anime girl. I'm like, I want an anime girl icon in Warframe. Who doesn't like anime girl and boy? I like the anime icons. The anime icons are nice. One day, I hope to be somebody's anime icon. You know? If someone's like, man, who's that, like, redheaded fellow is your icon? And they're gonna be like, oh, that's just no one. That's no one at all. Replace that you have no idea. Yep. I'm still making the comic strips, by the way, like off stream. I'm still like compiling that. I'm still making drafts, little dialogues, little tidbits, little lore bits. Still working on those. I decided not to release them because I'm like, I'm not happy with them, and I'm never gonna be happy with them, but I want to work on them a little bit more until I'm less unhappy with them, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like I've started like hard line work or anything. It's more of an like the premise, and it's like in facial expressions I'm really working on, because I really do want to get the facial expressions correct. Facial expressions are everything. Facial expressions are like the number one thing to when I read a comic book or like a visual thing. I'm like, yo, the facial expressions are extremely important to me, because they're the bit that's like absolutely drawing me in, or it's killing it for me. No, no. A hack and a chop and a hack and a chop and a chop and a hack and a check and a hop. A check and a hop? Is that a Grendel I hear? Okay, now I can get rid of the Thornback and the Kunai. They suck. Suck big butt. And I cannot lie. I'll swap back to oh, I was playing. Hmm. Ew. What are these colors? I don't like any of these colors. I think I'm never going to be happy with the colors, so I think I'm just going to just keep them like this for now. Make a shotgun. Swap that out for anything that isn't that. And oh, yeah, I don't have any other melee weapons where I'm like, oh man, I gotta level this up immediately, you know? I don't got anything else like that. But it's mostly primary weapons. I'm very good about upgrading the side weapons that I get. Oh, wait. Ooh, that's like a little, I thought this was like a big baton, not like a little stabby knife. A little shanker. Alright, I gave her some. Oh my god, I forgot what made Jade so absolutely busted was the fact that she got 2 of these slots. Which is ridiculous. So I could just put in like Prime Flow, easy peasy, right? And then we could just like, I don't know, maybe Blind Rage mayhaps, maybe, I don't know. No. We're gonna get our car energizing. Bolt augment. And then drain a second. Big duration. Cycle through 3 songs and strengthen allies' powers. 10% strength, Deathbringer. Yeah, I definitely want just Blind Rage. Amping it up with Blind Rage, followed by... He's really big about support, so I don't really need to, like, go crazy for a lot of my junk. And... Umbral Intensify, and then... Umbral Vitality will do it. Galvanized Hell, followed by Tainted Shell. No. No. Not Tainted Shell. Shoot, no. Status chance, affected by status. No. I don't want those. Cold? No. Wow, there's nothing for the D slots. That's actually really stupid. I don't like that. That's ridiculous. Plus 60 damage, plus 60 heat? Maybe. No, I don't want it. Flash, no. Vicious spread. Yes. Good enough. Let's go level up. Go max out Jade. Jade's one of those Warframes where I'm like, if they had a different skin for her, where she wasn't just like pregnant Warframe, and I'm not one to be like, oh man, like I rather have fun gameplay than like a fun visual thing, but I don't know. I'm just like, I'm a dude, and I'm like, I don't wanna, it's just weird. Also. Oh god. Oh my god. I sent my friend a game and I was like, yo, I'm like, and he likes playing like those really weird games like Baby Steps. And I sent him a game and it's literally just like a free game and it's just like a bear in a chair and there's a piece of cake across the room and he wants it, but he refuses to get out of the chair. What does Light of Judgment do again? Abilities. Create a well of light that heals allies and hurts enemies. Those who enter the well will be heightened by judgment. Duration. Damage a second. Health a second. Resilience. Power of 7. Deathbringer. Weapon damage. This is crazy, the amount of buff Jade gives. Jade is a ridiculous Warframe, and no one ever talks about Jade. I forgot how we... This is ridiculous. You saw that? I just threw out my 1, and then he just got evaporated. Yo, a random helpful and only slightly insane squirrel peeks in. Hello, Mad Squirrel, and welcome. I'm just talking about how crazy Jade is. No one ever plays her. Jade was one of those things I made, like, this is the character I'm playing right now, where you make a character and it's like, man, I want to play this at some point and save it for like a rainy day, and today's that rainy day, and it's one of those insane things, like, you know, when you like pick up a drop from a gun in like another game, and it's like, I'm gonna test this out later, this seems like a fun thing to try later, and you're like, why did I not do that? Why did I not do this thing sooner? This thing that I should have been doing this whole time should have been done sooner. Wait, do I just fly around as a... I am the angel of death. Jade's really fun to combo off Noko's bouncing their strength boosters back and forth, giving a well-made Jade 150 strength boost to the party and Noko's 300 strength boost. Oh my god, that is stupid. You know, I thought about that because I was like, wait a second. I'm like, if I damage boost Jade and then the other Jade damage boosts me, and then her ability strength's higher and then I do it, but it's like, obviously, like, it is, you can't infinitely just be like, oh, I damage boost you, now you give a more bigger damage boost and you give a bigger. It's like Noko, where it's like he can't damage boost himself infinitely. There's a cap. I love Noko. Noko and Jade are like the best support frames, and no one ever talks about. Yeah. Yeah, and it's the same buff too. But if you're running like Molt Augment, like that Arcane, oh my god, like you'll start climbing. You'll have to start reapplying that. But Noko can, what's it called? He can he can strengthen himself, and then he can strengthen again. But that's it. It caps at just like 1 strength boost. So if you get like the Noko mushroom and you're like, yo, 30% power strength, you can add that 30% power strength to the mushroom to give more power strength, and then it caps. Okay, so I can only give a max of, oh my god, wait. So Noko can give like a max of 300% power strength? It's ridiculous. Okay, if you all want to go, we can all leave. We can all leave. It doesn't matter. I got enough. I got my own personal affinity boost combined with the affinity boost for the weekend. Mad Squirrel, you onto something. You onto something. Oh, I didn't get enough to max out Jade. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Wait, the Glory? Wait. She has an exalted weapon too? I already tested it. All right. If you already tested it, then I love the fact that you could have like a kajillion people playing Warframe and um one person will have an idea and it's like, no, we already tested it. That was a dead end. That was like a theoretical dead end. And it's like, oh, all right, cool, 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 cool. And then the community just comes up with a new idea. Anyways, glory on high, sword, destructive power, use alt fire to detonate judgment, cause an explosion of Jade's light. Ooh. Kinda ridiculous. But drains a second, alt fire drain, damage, oh my god. And then she also gets damage reduction while in that state. Is you know what the most ridiculous part of Jade is? It's the fact that she gets 2 aura slots. And you can just have more capacity, which I think is just crazy, crazy. Alright. Slot my new weapon. Go back to my old weapon. Can I do my mastery test now? Wait, I should probably equip good stuff for my mastery test. So wait. Bosmus and I don't know. Gauss is a solid frame, right? For a mastery test? Yes, it is. Scaling is bad and the baseline stat is meh. That's true. I believe it. Ready to become a sage. Also, this is one of those streams where if like viewers want to jump in, they can jump in. I'm just doing like random goofy odd, just like grinding, whether it's void relics or I'm thinking about doing the Citron defense spam. Titania is one of the best frames for cheesing MR test. I don't know which one this is though. What is I'm gonna Google. I'm gonna Google this real quick. Warframe MR25 test. Test requires players to use an Arcwing deployed by the Arcwing launcher, but is actually within the mission. You just run up to the Arcwing. Okay, so it's just an Arcwing thing. So it doesn't matter what I bring along because it's about the Arcwings. Worst case, I fell and I'm like, oh, well, I'll come back tomorrow. Where are these orbs? I don't see them. Oh god. Why does the Arcwing launcher not work? I just burnt up a bunch of seconds. Oh. That's how I gotta do it. Okay. Okay. I can't read chat because I just gotta lock in super hard real quick. And I apologize. Is there one here? Yes, there is. Okay, so I'm doing just like Plains of Eidolon crap where I'm just zooming to every one of these locations, killing everyone there, slapping an orb, and then doing... Okay, I'm a little short on breath because I'm a little stressed out. Okay. Shoot. Zoom back over here. Grab that orb. Commit genocide. A tiny baby genocide. Where's the Arcwing? Where's the Arcwings? There's the Arcwing. What? Okay. I cannot Gauss dash through the Arcwing. We'll just not using the Bosmu's alt fire for the little funny thing. Almost there. I have not done a mastery test in forever because I was not one to farm out. Okay, there we go. Just MR1 every 24 hours, all good. Oh, okay. I'm no longer a dragon. I am a sage. But also, you can try as many times in a day. Wait, they changed it? I remember when you failed it, it was just like, oh, you failed. You got to come back tomorrow, loser. You're a little loser, and you got to come back tomorrow. That's how it used to be. I can't believe they changed it. Oh my god, I should have read that message before getting super stressed out and started. Just getting stressed out. Oh my god, thank you, Mad Squirrel. I'm not sure if I said it yet, but that's a great name. There's some people who come in and they have names to where it looks like they pounded on their keyboard, and I feel bad because I can't say hello to them because I can't enunciate their names because they pounded on their keyboard. Okay, so I gotta re-equipped my other weapon. It was the Purg something. It was like Purgator. I want to say Purgatory for some reason. Swap back to Jade. I like Jade, but I don't think Jade's one of those Warframes, so I'm gonna like play a lot. It just doesn't like I like Noko more than Jade. Even though I think Jade's a more solid frame. In her base kit, like Noko, like everyone's just helmeting his third ability. Which feels bad, but also at the same time, I get it. I understand. Yo, I roam Warframe streams looking for people to help with info or just like assistance. Yeah, honestly, that's the best way to curve burnout. I always struggle with curving my burnout on Warframe because I always get bored with Warframe in the sense of I don't get bored. I get overwhelmed. That's a better way of describing it or what it actually is. Where I get overwhelmed where it's like, oh my god, I have to do the weekly Archon hunt. Oh my god, I have to do the Night Wave. Oh my god, I have to farm out this reputation. Oh no, there's this weird little like side activity. It's like, oh no, I have to do what's it called? Railjack. I do want to do more Railjack. Never get enough people to Railjack. Dreams I have. One day I'll be popular and people will be like, wow, there's that really cool streamer dude that lets us like do Railjacks and he just enjoys hearing about our day every time, which I do. I do enjoy hearing about your day. Whether it's about that breakfast burrito that minimal wage worker messed up, or how your minimal wage job sucks, or it's like, yo, I got 100 on my math test, or it's like, yo, I got a puppy. It's great. Or, you know, like birthdays and other fun things. I just like when people come by and say anything, because I'm normally here a lot of the time for a lot of hours talking to myself endlessly like a crazy person. And so I welcome anything. Why do people keep sometimes the jade ink confuses me. I don't ask me how, it just confuses me. Yo. I'm at the stage where the only thing left for me to do is just grab my Archon shards for the week and then maybe knock out like the calendar and then like that's it. That's such a good stage to be because when they make new stuff, you'll be ready for it and you get to just like experiment all day. Or you just get to like just go out and just farm resources. I like farming resources. That one's my favorite. I like doing survivals. Survivals are like my favorite. You know, one of my favorite things to do in a survival is to just get a weapon with a big magazine, find a hallway, and then just shoot down the hallway. It's just super zen. That's my favorite part of Warframe. I just get to stand there and I get to just talk with whoever I'm playing with. And I just to accumulate just a mass amount of resources, whether I'm playing like Necros or like a different frame. God, I love Necros. Not because he's like super like OP and getting resources. I mean, like I love him for that too. But because I just like I like him a lot. Hydroid and Manga? Who's Manga? Hydroid's also another one. The plundering augment is so good. My brother plays with me sometimes and he plays Hydroid and we do Necros Pilfering Storm and it's great. And it was just like, yo, let's go get some Orkin cells. And then I do that. We just do that. No, manga is in Japanese comics. Oh, I love manga. See, I thought you meant that, but I was like, whoa, wait, do they add a new Warframe and I don't know about it? There's so many Warframes now. There's like 65? 64? There's 60 something Warframes. And it's hard to keep track of them. 64. All right, I was right with 64. Another thing I'm also trying to fill out is the Hellman system. But I'm in no rush to fill out the Hellman system. I've just been like, yo, this ability looks like it could be helpful down the line, and then I try and get it for down the line. Like I just put the dude from 10099, the sniper guy with the stealth ability in the Helminth yesterday, and I was like, no, I got that in there. Also, Folly Big Joke was a Mario 64 reference jumping in. That's what I've been saying. Like I did that last stream to where I was doing that a lot. I'm like, I can't unsee playing this game and just having just Mario 64 in my brain the entire time I was doing the Folly activity. I was just like, this is Mario 64. You cannot convince me otherwise. Yes, Kite 09, that's right. Kite Sight. I don't know how it's enunciated. And I apologize for my failures. But another thing I was also looking at, I'm not sure if you ever played Mario Sunshine, but like if you watch Grendel eat stuff, because I was playing a lot of Grendel last stream. I like Grendel. Grendel isn't like the greatest Warframe by any stretch of the means, but he's good and he's fun. And I like rolling around and eating people. And every time he eats somebody, I'm not sure if you ever played Mario Sunshine, when Mario jumps into those like little ink blots that look like M's or that are M's that are around the map, he like dissolves into like little like ink drops and then goes in. And I'm like, that's what it looks like when Grendel eats people. He just like dissolves them into like the little like particle droplets and just consumes them. And I think of Mario Sunshine every time. I disagree. Wait. The devs even started, that was, even said that was a thing. Immortal Grendel with 5k HP and 5k nourish healing for half your HP. I really like Grendel. I'm not saying Grendel's bad. I never said Grendel's bad. I'm just saying like as everybody who plays this game and you like look up a bunch of YouTube videos, they're all like, Grendel B tier. And I'm like, I don't think Grendel's a B tier Warframe at all. Grendel is crazy survivability. He's eating anyone and everyone. Like any enemy that's just kind of hard, Grendel just eats, and then here he's just chunking them for 2% of their health over time. Like that alone makes him a great Warframe. I don't like their tier list either. I think their tier lists are like very subjective because I think every Warframe in Warframe is very viable. Some just take a little extra work and a little extra forma and a little extra tender loving care to get working. Like, I remember years ago and everyone's like being like, man, Loki's such a butt Warframe. And it's just like, no, Loki isn't butt your butt. All right. Having unstoppable invisibility. And what I mean, like unstoppable invisibility, it's like you can do anything and it won't deactivate. And the decoy is crazy. I want to play Grendel. My Grundle. I don't have enough Archon shards. I gotta finish up that activity. Yo, Frost I last saw was like D- tier. Oh my god, that's if you put Frost in anything that isn't A in your tier list, you're smoking crack. All right, you have to be on drugs. You have to be on like, and what's the words I'm looking for? Enough fentanyl to kill an elephant. Levels of fent. All right, if you think Frost is a bad Warframe, the fact that Frost can just generate an armor strip. No, he armor strips and generates overguard with a single button press. All right, and he's like, in terms of generating overguard, I'd put him behind Dante. Like, honest to God, with how much overguard he just absolutely generates, enforces, and oh my God, yes, like that is absolutely stupid. He's too good. He's too good, and nobody is acknowledging it. He has the Frost Arcane too, so he's only getting more ability duration and power the more people he frees. It's ridiculous. Like, when I first started playing Warframe, Frost was my dude. Frost was my guy. And I remember everyone just being like, oh man, Frost. And this was before they added all his augments and stuff and Overguard. And this was like way back when. Way back in the day. When the parkour system wasn't a parkour system. I played it when I was real young though, and I was playing Frost, and everyone's like, why do you play Frost? I'm like, because Snow Globe's cool. He's got an AoE. And they're like, yo, he's just jack of all trades though. And it's like, yeah, he's good for all occasions. He's tanky. He's not too slow. He's got AoE. He's got crowd control. He got damage. He got a shield for defense missions. And if he doesn't kill, he slows. And everyone was just like jack of all trade. I'm like, no, honestly, the jack of all trade Warframes are the best Warframes in the game. Yo, primary Frostbite and Arcane Ice Storm and Arcane. For a second I thought you put Arcane Tuberculosis. Arcane Tuberculosis. No, and like many more options. Frost just has so many options now, it's ridiculous. You know, it's another Warframe, and I liked playing, but I just don't play as much anymore, just because I like to change it up every once in a while. Is Mag. One of the like starting Warframes you get at the beginning of the game. Mag takes a lot of work, but Mag infinitely scales. And it's ridiculous because she has the magnetize, and then she just sucks in everyone's projectiles and the enemy's projectiles, and the enemy's projectiles constantly scale because if you're doing a survival, they're getting stronger, and so the projectiles you're sucking up are getting stronger. And so you're just making these hailstorms of shrapnel that's just tearing everything apart, and no one ever talks about it. Yo, Magnetize was Breach Surge. Oh yeah, I've seen that synergy. It's absolutely disgusting, and I'm all about it. Breach Surge is such a good ability that synergizes with so many Warframes that just have that dot over time damage. You know, there's one weapon I've been like tinkering with a lot, and a lot of people are like, oh, here's the Warframe YouTube build like thing, and it's just like I just can't seem to get it to work or function right. Is the Bosmu. Like, I got it into a state right now to where it's like my Bosmu's like doing some damage and it feels somewhat good. But it's to the stage where I'm like, I don't know how to make the Bosmu do like crazy damage. Like, I have all the mods. I have a Riven for it that's good. IGN name, same as Wait. I'm not good with acronyms. I'm not good with them. I apologize. Oh, in-game name, IGN. I keep on saying, I see IGN and I'm like, yo, like IGN, like those people that make those super bad, like, lists. No, but this is one of their streams where I'm like, yo, anyone who wants to play can, like, jump in, because I'm just doing, like, leveling junk. And you're welcome to join if you want to join. I'm not the greatest. By any stretch. I just enjoy Warframe. And I just... Honestly, this is a dream, because the past few times I've streamed Warframe, it's been like nobody comes, and I'm just like, yo, I just want to talk about Warframe. That's all I want to talk about. You don't have to play Warframe with me, but I just want to talk Warframe. I just want to talk, like, what's your favorite Warframes? What do you enjoy? What do you have most fun doing on Warframe? Like, I love my favorite part of Warframe isn't even playing Warframe. It's all the different ways you can play Warframe, and all the other people that come by and they're like, yo, my favorite Warframe is like Jade. Jade's like my girl, and it's like, yo, what do you like about Jade? I want to know about this. And you're like, yo, I got the craziest build. Or it's like, yo, I'm still playing Ember in the big 2026. LOL. I found like low pop Warframe streamers to help as I can. But BRB, doggo needs out. You always gotta take care of the doggo. Yeah. Screw this. I'm just gonna use my secondary. But I'll be here. I'll still be talking about Warframe and hopes and dreams and wanting to get Taco Bell. I don't know why people always telling Taco Bell make you crap your pants. All the times I've eaten Taco Bell, I've not felt the urge to crap myself. Another great thing I love about Grendel is the fact that Grendel can just be... I don't want to say I think Grendel's one of the fastest Warframes, but he's definitely up there. He should be in the top 10 for fastest Warframes, because if you get Grendel rolling down a hill, he is very speedy. And every time I think Grendel, I think Gauss, because obviously they're paired together as the Saints of Ultra, or Ultra. I don't know, I forget how the city's enunciated, but I feel like Gauss should be faster. I feel like they need to give Gauss extra speed. Because I'm going to be honest, I played Wukong, and Wukong turns into a cloud, and he's running faster. Volt's running faster. Titania's flying over everything. And she's faster. Who else is faster than Gauss? And it's criminal. So there's a few more that I'm like, they're just stupid fast, and they're faster than Gauss, and it's criminal. And they should be arrested. Come on, die. Are you dying? Oh. There we go. Did I just crap out a orb? Oh, because I finished digesting him. Doy. Consume. Consume. I am the endless wheel of capitalism. All I do is consume shit and then consume some more. The gas damage on Gastro too. People don't talk about Gastro enough with Grendel. Like, obviously it's like the first thing they bring up, but Gastro is such an absolutely devious augment for Grendel. It's ridiculous. How ridiculous Gastro is. Why did I get like 0 XP for Lens? Wait, was it because I was rolled up? Oh no, it's because I wasn't getting the affinity boost from having other players around. Okay. Yeah, I'm done with leveling for now. I don't want to level no more. I just want to use gun. Bosmu. Is there anything I want to do to enhance this? Hmm. What about these? Rifle drum, recoil, accuracy. No. Projectile speed would be nice. That's more of a luxury thing with Bosmu than anything. But I'll still pop that slot open and ooh, wait. I can already put that in. Let me put in a better malignant force. And does this weapon even do slash? I would have put this on if I thought this weapon did slash. Yeah, this weapon's just purely elemental and 200% status on a weapon is evil. This weapon is diabolical. I know there's a way to make this weapon better, though. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. I know there's a way to make this weapon way better. I want to swap. I want to play... Lavos is another one of my favorite Warframes. I played him a ton. You know what's stupid though? No matter how much I play another Warframe, there's always one Warframe that's always going to be my top on my profile. I wonder if it's still top. Yup, Frost. I'm never ever going to top Frost. For like top Warframes played. Wait, by used. Yup. This is a very accurate list. So I just had a time to where I literally just played Frost and Necros nonstop. And then Nova too. There's not enough Nova players. I wish there was more people that played Nova. Only because if more players played Nova, all the defense missions would just go by super fast. Everything would just explode. I can never get that build to work personally, though. Like, I feel like every time I played Nova, I was messing something up. And I just couldn't get it to work. Like, I had max duration. I decreased my power strength, so everything was super fast. So it would detonate super fast. And I felt like I just couldn't get anything to really work. Also... Oh, I did use an Umbral Forma on you. When Roxia Prime comes out, I'm buying that Prime Access. I'm buying that Prime Access immediately. All right. I know what I want to do. I want to do a defense. And we shall do... not a lot of... Do I have everything equipped on her that I had before? I think I have a lower strength equilibrium this time. But besides that, I have everything else on. Yeah, I got everything on. How do I get to where I want to be? Where's mirror defense? I gotta remember where that was. Or I can look it up. Warframe mirror defense. Location. On Mars. That'll be way faster than me going planet by planet trying to find mirror defense. Citron? Yeah, I need to get Citron. I never got her. And the mirror defense was super grindy, so occasionally on these streams, I just come back and I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna go back and just do some mirror defenses. And eventually I'll get her. Can I steel path this? I can. Do I get more on steel path? I don't know. Steel path gives the boost normally, but isn't the Citron stuff... Wasn't it like wave rewards? I'm not sure if steel path affects wave rewards. I know steel path affects wave, whatchamacallits, probabilities for getting rare stuff. More of the currency? All right, yeah, let's do steel path then. And I won't have to hang out as long if I'm on steel path. Thank you, Squirrel. Citron, though, I know Citron's going to come out, like, this year for Prime Access, and I am buying that Prime Access. There's some Warframes where I'm like, I'm not going to buy their Prime Access unless they're, like, one of my favorites, and I think Citron... Like, it's Araxia, Citron, and then maybe Folly. I tried Folly out earlier today, and Folly is insane. It's tediously long. That I know it hurts me. Citron farms, but I don't want to say I enjoy Citron farms, but you just kind of just turn your brain off and just like talk about whatever. Like I don't have to be like crazy locked in to do a Citron farm, which I enjoy. Oh, I just tried to spider web and it launched me. I love Araxia so much in the sense to where I'm like, she has it all. She has so much in her kit, and it's ridiculous how much she has in her kit. Whoops, wrong button. Folly, though, Folly is like so broken, it's not even funny. Like, I'm not sure if you've seen the Steel Path video yet, but someone did not mod her, did nothing, did the sketchbook, spawned in a barrel, and then just killed Steel Path enemies instantly. And it was just like, what the hell are we doing? There's no modding. The sketchbook is so beyond busted, it's ridiculous. And I haven't even seen anyone talk about her one with that teleport. That teleport is such a crazy movement ability. You'd be like, what do you mean no one? I mean, like, if you put one casting speed shard on her and you increase her casting speed a little bit, her one, she will be teleporting around the map non-stop, faster than Nova. The Beals deal percent damage unaffected by mods, and all her drawing abilities are just like also unaffected, which is stupid. Not to even say, like, when she first comes out or when a new Warframe comes out, I always like to check to see what helmet ability it is, and most of the time it's kind of mid. It's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. But this time with Folly, oh no. Oh no. Folly, the self-portrait ability being able to be put on any Warframe, in any Warframe given a crazy big AoE that self-portrait gives is stupid. Even if they put an ability cap on it for how much you can mitigate when it's helmet. Mission specific abilities too. Oh my god, we didn't even talk about that yet. That is also stupid. Like, I was doing a survival the other day with a Folly, and the fact that she can just make life supports is crazy. Like, if you have double resources and you're like, hey, we're just doing a long grind on what's-it-calls it on like the Kuva fortress, and you're just turning all the life supports into Kuva. You don't even you can turn every life support into Kuva, because I remember like people would be like, oh, we should save this life support and keep it for like actual life support, and you like have to run like a Necros or something if you need like bonus stuff. And it's like, no, you don't need to do that anymore. You can just make life support. 0 keys for just, oh my god, wait, does that actually work? Because I saw that when I did like 2 missions of Folly earlier, and I'm like, I don't know if that's real or not, but that is ridiculous. Folly has so much CC and versatility in her kit, it's absolutely disgusting. Universal ammo too, which is like, you're like, I obviously know on universal ammo, but it's like, no. Arc guns? And people would be like, wow, arc guns and Lavos. Lavos can make universal ammo, but now it's like Folly, infinite arc gun. That's a possibility you can do now. And the best part of her kit is that if anyone else is running Equilibrium and she's just inking and gooing everyone, and they have a higher chance to drop energy and health orbs, all those arcanes that in Equilibriums and Argon shards that synergize with getting health orbs and energy drops also makes her way crazy. Like, you have so many more possibilities for modding her. It's ridiculous. With just that alone. Like, her passive alone gives her possibilities for modding. I do need to utilize this weekend, though, to, like, this is going to be, like, years down the line, but, like, when they make Folly Prime and her, like, Prime access dropped, and they were, like, asking for 120 bucks for her attachment and her gun, I'm dropping the cash. I'm dropping the cash immediately. Warframe devs, take my money. I love you, Warframe devs. I'm not sure if you... Yo, the RPG creation too. Oh, I didn't even test that yet. Does that shred bosses? Like, I don't know how good the RPGs are. I never really picked them up. Are the RPGs crazy? Or are they just kind of just like, they're a thing? I do want to change my Folly, though. I want to change up to make Folly look cheap. Because in IRL, in life, I have like a ton of art material, and I love doing a ton of art junk. And I want to make my Folly look like newsprint. And you'd be like, what's newsprint? No one. Newsprint's this super cheap paper that if you take an art class, you're going to be using it a ton. And a newsprint is basically like, you ever pick up a newspaper in the big 2026 and feel like how like the ink rubs off, and it's like super thin and it's super cheap, and like if you see old newspapers, it like yellows. That's what newsprint is. It's that paper that yellows in like a week. Yo, I went for a used bubblegum look for Folly. The bubblegum look is very popular. I've seen a lot of people use the used bubblegum look, and it looks good every time. But I want to go with like cheap ink and cheap paper look to just kind of give her just like an alt look. Because I don't want to like crazy change up her look, because the Warframe devs cooked with this one. They cooked so hard when making Folly. Not even like in her kit, just like design wise and concept wise, I like the whole ink aesthetic. Like, I love ink so much. It's a ridiculous amount of love I have for ink, because ink is one of my favorite materials to paint with, to draw with. Like, you can do anything with ink. You can water it down and use it like watercolors. You can use it like paint. You can use it in like any facet of the way. It's ink too in itself, so you can just use it just to ink lines and just get like the most solid black lines you've ever seen in your life when drawing out of the inkwell. And I love it so much. Of course, downside of using ink, you mess up, you gotta start over. I love ink so much. Yo, another shadow glyph with the wait. The Loke Surge too. The Loke Surge, I remember in the dev peak when they showed off Folly, they were like, yo, we're gonna get rid of the Lock Surge. And apparently they didn't. Because I remember them showing off the sketchbook and being like, yeah, we're gonna take some of this out. And they really did not take out much. You know what I think is the craziest part of Folly? Besides the sketchbook, you know, we're not even looking at the sketchbook. Excluding the sketchbook, the fact that whatchamacalls it's her self-portrait ability covers this massive AoE, slows, corrodes, and every time an enemy dies in the AoE, it extends. It extends the life. So it could be perpetual AoE machine. And I'm pretty sure, I don't think it does. It doesn't have diminishing returns with the time. It doesn't feel like it does. So you could just have perpetual AoE on a defense mission like this, which this person is clearly doing. And it's crazy. Even when it moves, it keeps its current stacks too. It does? It doesn't even reset the stacks? Okay, this is the Warframe. I thought Aroxia was like the craziest of crazy. No, Folly is without a doubt like the craziest Warframe in terms of versatility. Another thing I haven't seen people talk about either with Folly is that her stat line looks really good too. It's not like she's a caster frame and she's like Loki and she has like low armor and low health. She has like a good chunk of armor and health too. Like her base health, I think, is like 500 something. And she has like a base of like 325 armor, which isn't anything like special, but it's like, it's crazy for all the things that she does do, that she does have that stat line. Not the biggest energy pool though. I think she has like a 125 energy pool base. I think. But the fact that she has like a chunk of health with help, which helps out a ton. I do wish, actually, no, I don't wish. I don't wish this yet. I just know when they finally put out her augments for Folly, like, this is Folly without augments. We've been ranting about Folly for like 15 minutes and how absolutely crazy she is, but her augments aren't even out. Like, we gotta wait, like, I don't know, maybe like a month or two. I don't know their turnaround time for how many augments for a Warframe like Folly to come out, but how long does it take for augments to come out for new Warframes? But yo, not Folly, and then several steps down, it'd be like Dante, Noko, Uriel, Aroxia, Sevagoth. Sevagoth's crazy? I don't know. I remember getting Sevagoth and being like, I wasn't very impressed by him, but I think I just messed him up, or that was before his augments because I played him when he first came out. Maybe his augments are crazy, but I don't know what makes Sevagoth crazy. I don't know. He just didn't click for me. But but that list you just gave, that's a spot on list. That is a spot on list. And that's not me like trying to be like glazing. Like if I thought any part of that list was like wrong, I'd be like, hey, maybe you'd shift like Frost and Sevagoth, but it's like no. Like I'm gonna trust that you think that you're just playing Sevagoth right and I just played him wrong. No, Sevagoth, Reap, and Sow combo. Reap 25 HP in Void Explosions, 25% blast. See, I like the the AoE ability to where he can slow everybody. That was my favorite part of Sevagoth. But I never really got the rest of his kit. Like, I definitely played him wrong. Like, dead ass. Like, I was definitely messing him up. You know what I gotta do? I gotta start summoning more minions. I haven't been summoning minions at all with Aroxia, and I've just been messing up. You know what, the Warframe that they messed up in reworking, and it makes me sad because no one plays him anymore because they butched him, was Ash. Ash, way back when, you know, like that like little blink teleport he does. Ash, way back when, he didn't have to like have a visual of enemies when he did that funny little blink teleport. So he'd hit that and it'd be like, oh, you'd hit 11 enemies, and people would do like crazy crit builds with that and like crazy power builds, and they would spam their fourth ability. And like when they were playing Ash, they'd basically be hitting everyone on the map, and they wouldn't even have visual. They'd just be going through walls and just breaking their backs. And what is this person doing? What is that? Gauss Folly. Free for Spite. No. That must be the Ankus with that big inky shot. LOL, Alice was one of those like recent challenges for me to make like a viable again with my friend group. Ash, they botched him so hard. Like earlier I said all the Warframes are viable, and Ash is still viable. But he's not gonna be like Steel Path, unfortunately. Which I hate. Because I want him to be. Like, if you're an old Warframe player, like you'd remember Ash like crazy. I don't know how long you've been playing Warframe, but like Ash had his time in the sun to where Ash was like the pick for like clearing out rooms. No, but they should definitely just give Ash back the ability, just revert the change on his 4, and then he'd be good again. He'd be so good. Just the fact that you have to paint your targets with the teleport backstab from his 4 just hurts. Or change his 1 where he just throws the little shuriken. Oh wait, do these guys want to go? You know, he's the host. I don't feel like dealing with a host reposition, and it's only 3 waves. All right. What did I get? 80 of those. Don't I need like 800 of these or something for citron bits? Yeah. They just need just the fact that you have to paint your targets, which is basically like you have to have like a visibility on them, just ruins his 4. Of course, it gives you like more control over which targets you hit and which targets you don't want to hit with his 4, but it doesn't really matter if he's not uh what's the words I'm looking for? I forgot the words. I forgot everything I was just saying. No, but I already said all the words anyways. The slow animations, I forgot about the slow animations. It's been a while. And energy efficiency too was a problem for him back in the day. And it's still a problem for him now. Okay, so it was a butt ton of resources. Now I remember why I never made Citron. It was a crazy grind. Ooh, that's a fun little glyph for Citron. Citron's last wish factory scene. Ooh, wait, were these actually any good? Wait, hold up. Double back, +5 damage resistance for dodge. No, primary plated rounds on reload deal increased damage per round loaded based on max magazine. That doesn't tell me how much it's pumping up. On cast, 5% chance the next 3 abilities will not cost energy. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. And no, Twitch, don't die on me, Twitch. Oh, Twitch, you son of a... Why, Twitch? Why do you have these problems every Friday? Every Friday, every streamer. I hate the fact that I can't make Twitch work. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just Twitch servers. That's not a problem on my end. I've filled out a bunch of stuff for Twitch and I'm like, yo, I'm like, give me, don't don't do that. No big deal. I feel bad. I'm not the best streamer doodad guy out there, and I appreciate you coming by and watching. And when people do come by, I do want to try my best to give the best experience possible in terms of viewing quality and audio, because no one wants to get their ears blown out, and nobody wants their stream to be pausing every 3 seconds and having to reload it. But unfortunately, that's one of those issues to it's like on Fridays and Saturdays and weekends, the Twitch servers get a little overloaded. And, you know, there's moments where they just kind of, what's the words? Shit the bed. All right. Back to mirror defense. I do have to find a way to make Folly. I don't want to say I gotta build up. I gotta kit out Folly at some point. Want a hand? I'll always accept a hand. And it's one of those streams where I'm like, one of those games where I'm like, I do want people to be like, yo, come join on in. Just type out your player name and I'll just copy paste it into the thing and I'll just send you an invite. Easy peasy. All right. Aroxia upgrade. Equilibrium. Slot that on. Is there anything in this slot? Actually, no, I decided not to put anything in that slot just because Aroxia Prime at some point. But if you do want to jump in, just like I said, drop player name, copy paste. Hello, the sentient microwave. That's also a really fun name. I'm loving that today people are coming by and they have names that I can pronounce. And it doesn't look like someone mashed on their keyboard. But I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're both having a good day. I'm having a good day because I'm not sitting here by myself talking nonstop for 8 hours. Give me a second. I gotta close my door. All right, seconds up. I'm here. I was just looking at my build and just slotting some stuff into Aroxia before going back to Mirror Defense. Yup. All right, so I got my gun, I got my weapons, I'm all kitted out, I'm ready. But I hope whatever you guys are working towards in Warframe today is just going well. All right, Steel Path, Mirror Defense. No, Mirror Defense, I wish, I don't want to say respected your time more, but I wish Mirror Defense was a game mode that did respect your time more, in the sense to it's like, I'm all for like the endless grind, you know, of Warframe, but it's nice when there's a grind and it's like a 5-hour grind versus a grind that's like endless, like Mirror Defense. Because Mirror Defense is like, oh, you need like 2,000 of these, and if you're trying to like put her in the helmets, okay, I'm just saying this in advance, I don't do commissions or sell art. I'm doing just fine drawing a custom Warframe design because I'm bored right now and I was just playing Warframe for a long time. I just need a bit of a break. Oh no, that's not okay. I just put that there just so people are like, wow, I want to do mirror defense, you know? It's not me trying to be like, oh my god, get in here right now, you. No, 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 no. It's just, I just say that occasionally just because I just want to, I'm trying to work on viewer interaction better. Because it is better to have, more viewer interaction in streams. And I wish other streamers did it more, but I also understand why they don't do it. But I'm also just trying to do that. And I'm also just trying to read everything you guys have to say. And I do care about all the things you have to say, even if it is complete gibberish and I don't understand it. Unless if it's like some like crazy lunacy thing, like gravity's real. Gravity isn't real. The earth is a magnet and you're magnetized. I had to acquire coffee. Caffeine is the best liquid on the planet. Wait, is caffeine even a liquid? I mean, caffeine goes in liquid, but like, can caffeine be other things? You know what I mean? Like, you know how there's people who are like, oh yeah, you gotta drink milk for calcium, and then you think of calcium, and some people think of milk, but it's like, yo, isn't calcium like a metal, essentially? You know what's weird? Your bones can actually classify as a metal with the amount of minerals we have in our bones. Isn't that a weird thought to have? Oh no, yeah, that's selling. No, it's, I get so many bots and people that come in here and they're like, hey, do you want to pay me $500 for a new model? What about $2,000? It's like, no, I'm fine being cheap. Also, I'm poor and I don't have money. But yeah, I appreciate that, Microwave. And I thank you for your consideration. Genuinely, that means a lot to me. More than you'll ever know. I get spammed by bots every day nonstop. Like every hour, I think I get 3 bots. And that's like a real number, unfortunately. And they come here and they're the bots that come and like target small streamers. And they're like, yo, check out our website and buy viewers. That way we can give you a virus, scam the crap out of you, and you can still be an unpopular loser.
Yay! Do you like being an unpopular loser? Come to our website, get a virus, give us your money, and we'll kick you in the balls and tell you to thank us.
Type of scam bots. I hate those things. I hate those things so much. It's gotten to the point where I'm like, Twitch must like having them on their site. Like, straight up. Twitch must enjoy having those bots sit there, tell you you're a loser, and to go get a virus. And it's crazy too. I only know there's a virus because I have like 2 or 3 viewers that like come by every day, and I'm thankful for them every day. And they're like, yeah, I actually like looked into that site, and they're like, yeah, it's actually just a site made to just give you a virus. And I'm like, wow, that's incredibly crappy. And obviously it's like, it's a hard thing for Twitch to stop because they'll just keep making new accounts and they'll just keep going around on rotation as an AI. And it's hard to stop all of it if a machine's just churning out accounts nonstop and then going to random streamers and then copy pasting nonstop. Why do you want to do one wave and then leave? Don't be the host. You know what I hate? When you do a defense and the host, also, he was nice and he was like, yo, I got a trade request, which was nice. He put in the chat. But I'm not sure if you guys experience this a lot, but it's like, I'll be like, all right, I want to do a defense to get some like resources, whether it's like Placids, Rubido, Orican cells. I just feel like just doing a defense because I don't feel like dealing with people running around the map in a survival and constantly running away from me and spreading the loot out all over the place. And I like playing with randoms. I like playing with randoms. It's like, just play solo, no one. It's like, I know, but I like playing with randoms. It's an online game. I like enjoying it with other people. Yo, survivals for me, I go solo or I do it with friends. Yeah, I don't got those. Well, I mean, like, I do got friends. I don't have a lot of them, though. But I do got friends, but they don't play Warframe. I'm a lone Tenno. That's kind of mid at Warframe. But I enjoy it all the same. We all can't be the greatest of all times. Because if everyone was the greatest of all time, there'd be no MVP. Everyone would just be playing the game. There's gotta be shitters. Unfortunately, I'm a shitter. But I'm trying to be better. I watched like a bunch of tutorials the other day coming back to Warframe about like damage calculations for primaries, because it's like I get kitting out Warframes. Modding Warframes is easier to me than modding out weapons, but I just need to watch more videos on how like elements calculate, and I'm starting to get it more, and like which elements have a max status cap and which elements don't, and also factions. I know the faction ones are important, but I like making a general blaster weapon than the racist mods. Also, talking all that with a whole tub of salt. Also, but anyways, do you guys like want to know about like custom / original Warframe I'm working on? I want to hear about it. I want to hear about your cool like fan frame. I had an idea like years ago, and I was like, dang, this would be really cool if there was like a Warframe that was just like, didn't have legs and it just floated around like a planet, just throwing everyone around with the power of gravity. I thought that'd be fun. And it'd just be like just one big CC frame. That's the only one I've had in my brain for years. I do hope one day they make a gravity Warframe and you can just make enemies orbit around you and it's just goofy. And it's just CC and it's just fun. But I want to hear about your Warframe. It'd be funny if the Warframe you are about to talk about also was like a gravity concept. Also, I want it to float. No legs. Just chop off the legs of the Warframe. It'd be cool. Yo, his name Susano. Already liking the name. Liking the name. It's very on brand with Warframe because they love naming it after gods, elements, and real things. The name's on point. All right, all right. Let me read the rest. Name Susano's gimmick is similar to Hildren, but instead of shields, it costs him HP. I like it. This is good. This is a good concept. This is like one of those. I like that you have more of a concept instead of being like 1, 2, 3, and 4 abilities are this, and this exactly. I'm all for like the concepts. Because I always find when you work on a project, working around a concept idea is a lot more fun than like having stuff set in stone. Also, I have abilities and passive maids if you want to hear about those. Ooh, what I want to hear about the passive. I'm more interested in like the type of passive you give them. I always find Warframe passives sometimes are way more interesting than the actual frames themselves. Hold up, I need water. While you're typing, I'm just gonna give my little 5-second random bits because I always forget to do this midstream and I rarely do this midstream, but it's just like, yo, I stream every day. All right, every single day. So I'm always here. Always here. I mean, the game may change, but I'm always here, being the goofy little guy on your screen, always chatting, always ready to hear about your cool, fun things that you guys are always doing in your lives, because my life is boring. But anyways, I'm always here. And I may not always be playing Warframe. And if you guys ever come back in the future and you guys are like, yo, play Warframe. I miss you playing Warframe. I'll play Warframe again instantly. Maybe not instantly, but like yo, next stream, because I'm always looking for an excuse to play more Warframe. And I got a Discord in description to let you know when stream starts and if there's any delays. And I always stream as much as I can when I can, every day. Like, this week, I was trying to aim for like 3 hours, and I felt bad the other day because I only could stream for an hour. So I felt super sick. And then I streamed for an hour, and then I was like, all right, gotta go be sick. And then I just proceeded to throw up for a good chunk of time. But anyways, thank you for the follow. I haven't gotten one of those in like 3 weeks. So I appreciate you, the Mad Squirrel. And I hope to entertain you in the future. I gotta go ask. Also, was that? No, it's actually based off me. Weirdly enough. I was gonna be one of those streamers that showed their face, but I'm like, I didn't like that, and I didn't think I was handsome enough. And I'm like, honestly, this face was made for radio, all right? Which is definitely an insult. I love that insult. That's one of my favorite insults. Also, I do love the radio. There's a lot of similarities between me and Alistair, but it's not like my whole like personality is like, oh my god, I'm a just an absolute crazy person. Not crazy person. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not a redheaded demon that loves. Okay, I do like deer, but that's only because they taste good and they're pretty. But no, it's based off me. My design is based off me IRL. So I do have fabulous hair. I do have a smile that does make people go, ooh, why are you smiling? Because I do like to smile a lot, but it's like, I can't stop smiling, which is a problem. I don't know. When God assembled me, he messed up some of the bits in my brain, in my hardware. So, my hardware isn't quite what you're right. But it's not like right. It's right in all the ways that matters. Except for the need to laugh and smile at others' misfortune. Because I'm a bad person, apparently. I have some stories. I have some stories that make you go, oh my god, why did you laugh? And it's just like I'm sorry. I'm just oh I'm thinking about it now and it's making me laugh, and it's horrible. It's horrible. So Alistair, it's not my fault, all right? It's not my fault that my framework as a human being existed, and then Has Been Hotel got made, and then everyone's just like, why are you just Alistair? Just like, I'm like, I didn't choose to be a very animated person, all right? Slash personality, all right? I didn't choose this. It's just how I am. And why is this guy not dying? Just die. I know you want to. Also, if you guys have builds for the boss moves, like, I'm totally open to suggestions, because I'm honestly trying to make this weapon work harder for me. And all the builds I see online are like, yo, put on, like, Bane of Grenier, put on the racist mods. It's like, I don't want to put on racist mods. Yo, I thought you missed something I said. Also, no, not a bad thing. Just probably, like, one of my favorite characters from a series, LOL. That's good. But it's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't want people to think that I'm just, like, I'm like, oh my god, he's so cool. I'm gonna base everything, my whole personality off him. It's just like, it just sucks that my base personality is similar to Alistair, which just is not a good thing. It's not done me a lot of favors in life. I do not make good first impressions. Like, I went to the corner store the other day and I just bought like a half gallon of ice cream because it's hot as balls now, because it's starting to heat up. And, you know, I'm just being me, you know, I'm just walking about, you know, just having a good time. Give a little smile to the convenient worker, because, you know, you should always be smiling. There's no point walking around not smiling, being miserable all the time. Everything's so goddamn depressing. And then, but I always forget that my face always wants to smile, so I have to make a conscious choice not to smile. Like at like Thanksgiving, I'll just be like having a good time smiling and nothing will be happening, and then they'll be like, yo, why are you smiling? And I'm like, oh, I'm like, a funny joke, and then I have to remember to just like stop smiling. because I'm a little smiling freak. Like my mom, like when we're walking around, I'm like, I'll just making a sandwich. It's like, why are you smiling? Something good happen? And I'm like, no. I'm like, everything's actually quite horrible, but for some reason I can't stop smiling. Rule of thumb, if you can't laugh at life, it'll eat you alive. That is so true. There's no point not to be smiling, all right? Your life's gonna be shitty. You can cry about it, you can laugh about it. Those are the only two options. All right, and I'm choosing to laugh about it. Shitty things will happen, and the only thing you can control is how you react to them, all right? Every time. Pets die, people die, you die, everything will die. And everything will change, whether it's good or bad. And there's no point being upset about it. For extended periods of time. Like, you should be sad if your dog dies. Like, that's a sad thing. But there's no point, like, being sad about it for 3 years straight and just being like, oh. You know what I mean? There's a healthy ratio in there, and you should know where it is. Because Citron's part drops in rotation C. Wait, I can get her drops instead of like having Lloyd extort the hell out of me? Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, I don't have to. Also, I never gotten her parts from any rotation. I always try to go to C, and then I never get them. And then I'm always bummed out. I always thought that was a lie, because I always looked it up online. I remember doing it too. I totally forgot about that, but it's like my brain's, like, those neural pathways. Oh. I'm out of here. It's funny how your brain works when, like, some little tidbit of information gets presented to you, and then it's just like, oh, I remember that now. Leaving right before C. Damn it, I'm on the old rotation. Because it used to be A, B, C. No. It was never A, B, C. It was always A, B, B, and then it was C. Right? That's the proper. Yep. No. It's A, B, and then C. Yes, you already put it there. Thank you for putting it there. I needed that. I needed that so bad. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Sometimes I get to ranting, but anyways, the passive of the Crimson Ascent, each time you get a health orb, your melee attack speed increases by 5%. Orbs giving you a max of 75%, your armor increases until the end of the mission. That's an insane passive. That's like some Citron levels of insane passives, but instead of just getting health regen, just scaling up. Um it's the that's an insane passive. That's an insane passive. Every melee player in Warframe will be absolutely pissing their pants to get that Warframe immediately. All right, wait. What was Citron's passive? Was the oh yeah, it was grant nearby 5 health regen per second, pick up an orb, increases by 0.1 up to a maximum of 25. If this didn't have a limit, this would be insane. Like Grendel's 3 when he curls into a ball and he's just regenerating 500 health a second. How long does the prismatic gem last for? Deploy a gem that shoots prismatic beams, the targets, yada yada. Ally shoot, the beam shoots damage, inflicts all the status chances. Also, status chance and status duration increases for nearby allies. It doesn't give a time, it just gives a number. Does that mean that's infinite? Like, that's just up indefinitely? Preserving shells. Citron guards herself and nearby allies with a shell that gradually decays, kills, and assists increase the defensive powers of the shell. Wait, is this just Overguard too? It's been so long since I looked at Citron's kit, while I'm like, I only remember her 1 and her 3. Yo, I'm about the abilities. Also, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to miss the passive again. I'm so sorry, Microwave. I should probably pick up the blueprints for your Urelli. forget, isn't Ureli like in the dojo or something? But I'm ready to hear these abilities for Susanoo, the god of the blood. No, I remember Susanoo though being like the god of, I think it was like Chinese storms. If I'm remembering right. I like mythology. I like mythology a lot. I'm cheating and I'm looking up Susanoo's thing again. God Susanoo. Gods of storms and the sea and agriculture. That was it. I knew it was like storms, water. Susanoo is such a cool god though. The veiling break pulse, you send a shockwave of blood at the enemies, dealing small damage but inflicts 10 stacks of 6 random status, including a new status called Blood Frenzy, coding some HP. I like that you made a new status instead of going with the normal like bleed slash status, which I find way more interesting. And it's becoming more common too, with more Warframes that are coming out. They're making new status types, like Folly's Inkblot status. Also, I don't want to say like Folly has made Mirror Defense so much more like tolerable, but like Folly makes Mirror Defense so much more tolerable. Yeah, I enjoy just Folly being in existence in Warframe so much right now. And I'm already like, honestly, the more I talk about the Folly, the more I'm like, I'm honestly chomping at the bit to just for her prime already, and her prime's not coming out for another 3 years, which is a sad thought. But I'm excited for Folly and her augment mods. That's something I can get behind. Yo, Blood Frenzies basically makes enemies attack each other and they'll lose HP over time. Hold up. I gotta spawn more spiders. Since Folly isn't here, I gotta spawn more minions this time. Unlike Folly will receive any augment... Wait. Unlikely Folly receive any augment mods. No, they always do. It was like... After a certain period of time, they like make augment mods. Wait, is there a Warframe that doesn't have augment mods besides the new ones? Like, Noko hasn't gotten his yet. They don't get them for like a few months, like easy. Like, it took forever for Lavos to get his augment mods. I remember. And then that just changed the game and changed Lavos into a crazy platform frame once he got his. I love Lavos. Lavos is one of my favorites. Lavos is good for all occasions. He's tanky and he's got all the elements. Okay, Dante, it's kind of criminal he hasn't gotten any. It's been long enough for it. Noko's still fairly new, and Araxia, yeah, Araxia's been around for a while, and she should have gotten some by now. I'm gonna have faith that they're in the pipe works, and they're working on them. But Dante is criminal. That is criminal. Dante should have his oh, what's it called? Dante should have his augment mods. And that's, I don't want to say it's even like low-key unacceptable, but it's like, it straight up sucks that he doesn't have his augment mods yet, and he's been out for like, what, like 2 years? A year plus? So wait, are you telling me they only give augment mods to Warframes to where they would like, oh, we gotta make them more viable again? You know, like the Riven system and the Helman system? God, I love the Riven and Helman system. The Riven system honestly low-key fell off, but the Helman system is so amazing for making older Warframes more viable. because it lets the players update a Warframe instead of relying entirely on the devs to fix a Warframe that's old and a little mid. Like, prime example, Mirage. Mirage is a great Warframe, great platform frame. Some pretty good survivability options with Eclipse and Hall of Mirrors. But that one ability to turn item drops into little explosives, it's kind of bad. Like, I love the idea of sleight of hand, but it's like, yo, exploding the energy orbs and ammo that I need to continue slaying my enemies is kind of a bad play. Exploding my resource drops too. The incarnate operation system's also a really good principle too. I love that. I forgot to mention that one. I don't use that one as much. But I love that the Warframe devs are really thinking outside the box when it comes to like giving more power to the players, or letting you just adjust what may or may be out of the meta and making stuff more viable, which is another thing I love about Warframe. But I think the number one thing I love about Warframe is the fact that they let us just be gods. Like, if you're smart enough and you crunch the numbers hard enough, you can go up to the stat limit and you can just be absolutely crazy. And the devs aren't like hell divers where it's like, hey guys, we gave the players this new gun and they're kind of killing everything instantly. And they're like, sometimes they do step in, but it's not like they're like, oh, we got to nerf this to the ground immediately. This isn't good. Honestly, save them money and they could just like reuse existing weapons instead of developing new ones. And I just jumped off the map while reading that. 100% it does. And it does. And it not only keeps the players engaged and makes a ton for building videos and a bunch of other just... Why can't I stop firing? Okay, there we go. Well, my trigger got stuck. It's just an amazing thing. And I wish other games had systems like the Helminth, Incarnate, and the Ribbon system. For just older gear. Because power creep is real and you can't avoid it. And Warframe is the best game I've seen so far that made power creep not as bad. Like, power creep, like, the Warframe devs are like, yo, we can't stop this, but we can alleviate it with all these fun systems. And I do hope Warframe never dies. Like, I've seen, like, people talk about online, they're like, yo, have you seen, like, that new game they've been working on? Like, and I'm like, I really hope they don't abandon Warframe and Warframe just kind of lives for another 20 years. Honestly, like, you know how, like, World of Warcraft is just, like, constantly just alive? I hope Warframe just stays alive forever. And people keep funneling money into it, because I'll funnel money into it. But other people funnel money into it, and I just want to... Even if I'm not playing Warframe, I want to know that Warframe still exists. And it's there. Honestly, Warframe is too much of a fun generator for as little as it takes to maintain. That is also super true. But I just hope they don't start like a new project and they like devote too much manpower to it, and then it's just like the content in Warframe slowly dries up and dies, and then it's just like, wow, we haven't gotten an update in a year. You know, just little fears, because you never know what happens in life. Like, next month they could just be like, hey guys, this is out of the blue, but Warframe, we're slowing down content and it will eventually just kind of dwindle to nothing. Thank you for all the money you've given us over the years and the love and care, but it's dead now. See you later. And then they just take the money and run. Which is like, they'll never do that. They'll never do that. I trust them. I trust them. They're the only dev team that I actually trust. Like, the Marvel Rival devs, They're making goon skins and taking your money all the way to the bank and laughing the entire time. Along with like Blizzard laughing at how they didn't drop any real content for like a decade. And then just being like, yeah, we got all that Overwatch and World of Warcraft subscription, just money rolling in. Warframe's biggest threat is a rival game. And in ATM, there are no like free-to-play games that are like stepping up to fill the niche with any sort of quality. Oh yeah. That's also crazy true. Because there is no free-to-play formula that's even rivaling Warframe. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard this story, but like in the dawn of Warframe, when Kubros were like the only pet besides the Sentinel, for, you know, your pick, Kubros, you couldn't customize their colors or their fur pattern, but there was an option to re-roll fur patterns and colors in Warframe for Plat, and there was a day where apparently one player re-rolled the fur pattern slash color 200 times, and the devs saw that and they're like, they paid for this 200 times, and they were like, immediately they're like, this is like gross, this is like absurd. They weren't like other devs where they were like, hey guys, we're making mad bank off these suckers re-rolling their pet fur color and it gives them nothing, and we're literally just making money out of nothing right now. No, they were like, yo, let's take this out of the game. Let's just let them just customize their fur pattern and color as is on their Kubros. And then they did that. And it's just like, yo, corporate greed could have taken hold of them, but they didn't. And the devs are super real for that. The League of Legends has a amazing free-to-play cash system, but the community is so toxic, it's not worth it. I tried playing League of Legends once. I'm never doing it again. Because I remember, because I played other MOBAs, and I'm like, this is another MOBA. You know, it's like when you play other FPSs, and it's like, yo, I played Call of Duty, so I can do Modern Warfare. I know how the game works and, like, all this other stuff. And I played other MOBAs, like, a ton, and I'm fairly good at them. I'd say actually even great at them. And I remember going on, and I'd, like, first game, I whipped it, I knocked it out of the park. Second game, wasn't doing so hot because I was trying to familiarize myself with its own items and characters and all that stuff. And I remember somebody just like absolutely tearing me a new one in chat. And they're like, yo, why are you so bad at this? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe because this is game 2. This is game 2 and I'm playing against people. Maybe that's why I'm so bad at this, you know, because I don't know what any of these characters do and I'm learning as I go. And then it was game 3 and it was like the same thing, and I'm like, yo, this is why people don't play League of Legends. The community will tear you a new one for even playing bad remotely. It's like playing a new character in quick play and rivals. It's like, yo, why are you playing like dog shit? And it's like, yo, maybe it's because I'm learning a new character in quick play. And that's like the biggest thing that's stopping that game, honestly, is the community. And also the fact that their matches are 55 minutes long and you can't walk away if you need a bathroom break. I'm just saying, if your matchmaking system locks you in for 55 minutes straight, 1 hour, to where you can't eat, you can't pee, you can't do anything, you can't stretch your legs, and you're just sitting there the entire time, I'm like, that's too long for a match. That's too long for your standard game mode. Too long. Too much. Also, yeah, it just what also corporate greed was an extreme prevalence in the beginning of Warframe, and they lost so many players because of it. That too. Corporate greed was there in Warframe though, but I think it wasn't there in all facets of the game, which is important. Which is why we still have Warframe today. And I do like Warframe's formula of being like, wow, you can buy this weapon if you got like a full-time job and you don't have like 20 hours to grind out a weapon. That's my favorite part of Warframe, is that anybody can play it, whether you're like a 9-to-5 wage slave and you're like, yo, I have all this adult money. I can just buy the new Warframe and weapon instead of like having 14 hours to grind it out like I'm a middle school student. Because, you know, kids obviously have more time to play than an adult does with real stuff to do. And also the fact that you can rush stuff too. Just I love the free-to-play formula that Warframe has. It's perfect. It's a perfect combo of just like I'm willing to pay. There's one game where I play it and the money exchange for like the premium currency is ridiculous. It's like, wow, it's like if $5 of got you like 10 plat in Warframe. And you'd be like, why would I? And it's like stuff costs 300. It's like if $5 gets me that much, like Pokemon Unite. It's Pokemon Unite I'm thinking of. Have you ever looked at Pokemon Unite? Oh my god, their cash to like skin ratio is absurd. It's like I remember they had like a Halloween thing, you know, like year 1 for Pokemon Unite, and one of the skins was 40 bucks. 40 bucks for a skin, and it's just like this is a skin for one character, and he gives nothing else. This is disgusting. Animal companions deteriorate and had to be oh yeah, I remember that. I played Warframe at that time and I was like, that's why I don't use Kubros even to this day. I played Warframe during that time. If you didn't log on to Warframe every 3 days to give your pet a DNA stabilizer, Ortis is like, yeah, I flushed your Kubro like it was a goldfish operator. I hope you don't mind. It was degrading and turning into goo. That's why I'd never use Kubros. Because I've streamed Warframes a few times in the past, and some people are like, yo, why don't you use Kubros? They're better than Sentinels. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I played Warframe, and I've had Ortis flush my Kubros down the space turlet. Alright, I ain't doing it. Nintendo in general lost all my support, especially the whole Pal World Switch 2 thing. Oh, yeah. Nintendo, biblical levels of greed. I still got a Switch 2, though, recently. Only because I couldn't, I just really wanted it. I just really wanted it. There comes to a point where I'm like, if I, as an individual, am like astained and appalled by their actions, and I'm like, yo, I'm not getting a Nintendo Switch 2, and I didn't for a long time. For a full year, I didn't get it. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, I want to play Pokopia. I want to play the new Mario Kart. I'm like, you win, Nintendo. I don't care. You're giving me all the games I always wanted to play. Kirby Air Riders, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Just more amazing games. Like, this lineup's too strong to ignore. So you're renting it? No, I bought one. I bought one straight up. I don't rent crap. I'd rather own it or not have it at all. But I think $500 for the Switch 2 is a fair price, but their games being 80 bucks is criminal. And then some of the newer games are making, they lowered it to 70, which I can accept. Which is why I'm a little bit more forgiving of Nintendo right now, but still 70 bucks for a game is crazy. Especially when Nintendo's brand, like the whole brand of Nintendo was like they were family friendly and affordable options over like Xboxes and PlayStations. Like that was their whole brand, was family friendly and affordable, and they're no longer affordable. Like McDonald's. Have you seen McDonald's recently? Have you seen a McDonald's? McDonald's was trash food that was made quick and it was cheap. And it's still trash, and it's not made quick anymore, and it's not cheap. But they don't care because they're McDonald's. They already have billions. Yo, they can brick it at any point and you don't use it in any dimension. Yeah, I hate that too. I hate that. I actually forgot about that, and then I bought my Switch 2 and I was like, oh crap. Nintendo could make more money though. There's some games, and I'm like, they need to port these games over immediately. And it was the like every DS and Wii game and Wii U game, they need to port those over to the Switch immediately because there's so many bangers on the DS. Like, do you know how many games are on the DS that are like absolutely insanely fun games? I'm not talking like Nintendogs or any of that crap. I'm talking like Ocarina of Time remake. I'm talking Mario and Luigi's Inside Story. I'm talking like Super Princess Peach to where Princess Peach saves Mario. Yeah, there's a game like that, and it's good. It's not like this new Princess Peach game that they made like a while back to where it's like, oh my gosh, it's Princess Peach at the theater and she wears men's clothing and she wears all these other clothes. I don't know. The men clothing thing was like the biggest thing that everyone was talking about online. That's why I said it. But Goobersoft, oh, I hate Goobersoft. You know, outside of Nintendo, you know who else sucks? Blizzard. Blizzard sucks the worst because Blizzard games, if you play on PC, there's like Steam, which is the launcher where all the games that basically exist on the platform. Why can't I kill you? Gonna ignore shooting that guy. And basically Goobersoft, EA, and Blizzard have their own launchers along with Epic Games, and it's like they're not nice because when they make a game, they only have it on their launcher and you have to go and buy it on their launcher. Especially Blizzard is the biggest criminal of doing that. So if it's like if you wanted to play Overwatch on PC or Diablo, it was like, hey, you got to come to our launcher. You can't just do it on Steam. And even if you do it on Steam, it just redirects you to our launcher. You little loser. We're going to get your money. And it sucks because their launchers suck because their networks they use for their launchers makes the games download crazy slow. And the entire premise of it is just stupid. And instead of just having it be on Steam and just having Steam take the cut for putting their games on their launcher, they're like, nah, we're going to make our own launcher and it's going to be shit. And you're going to all hate it. And I hate it so much. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. And the only other person on PC, if you have PC, that has a good launcher is Epic Games. And Epic Games has a good launcher. All right. It's not the best launcher. It's not beating the king of online Steam. All right. No one's beating Gabe Duel. All right. Let that be known. All right. But Epic's doing some nice things. They have sales, they have deals, they have other games that isn't just Fortnite on their launcher. They have free games every week that you can just have. I got GTA 5 one week from Epic. It's crazy. I got all the BioShock games. I got a bunch of Fallouts from Epic. There's a bunch of really good games they give out for free for a week on Epic Games, and I'm all about that. And it's like they're not going to compete with Steam, but the fact that they're generous enough to give you 1 or 2 free games, even though they're most of the time trash, every week is super kind, and I like it. And they do have deals like what's it called? Like Steam, unlike the other launchers. Also, Godzilla, hello and welcome. Yo, I hate the EA keeps opening itself and I can't close it. It's literally a virus at this point. So what you gotta do is you gotta go into your settings and definitely turn off auto launch because it sounds like you have auto launch on. So when you boot up your PC, the EA launcher gets auto booted up like Discord and Steam. I turned off a lot of the auto boot options in my computer because I just realized it was just slowing it down whenever I launched. Whenever I was just trying to roll into stream every day when I wake up. Wait a second. I have a question. I have a Warframe question. And this is like, I genuinely want this to be answered because whenever I have questions, they never get answered. But here's the question. Does Toxin as a status effect have a stack limit like Corrosive? Like Corrosive like maxes out at 10. Virals maxes out at 10. But like, does Toxin not have a stack limit? Like burn and electricity? 10? Toxin maxes out at 10? Okay. For a second there, because I saw someone and I thought they had 70 stacks of toxin on them. Whoops, wrong button. No, green Archon shards increase the corrosive stack. Okay, but like, no, I'm talking about toxin, not corrosive. Toxin, the little poison one, the little poison proc. That isn't corrosive. Does that have a stack limit? My brain just smelled pickle, and then I remembered I have pickle chips. Do you guys ever had a pickle chip? 10 normally. Okay. So it does. Okay, I just want to be really clear about that. All right. Thank you. I never ask questions on Steam. Not Steam. Stream. Because there's never really anyone watching, and I'm normally just here by myself, and people like to lurk. And that's okay. I like when people lurk. That means I'm just kind of in the background, just being a funny little guy, saying crazy stuff. Sometimes I like to say crazy stuff when a lot of people are lurking, and then I get a bunch of people typing, and they're like, yo, did you really just say the words penis envy? Oh, dang it. I don't want to do combat. Son of a... Oh, okay. Whatever. It's cool. It's chill. A what? See? Um... But most damage over time dot is utilizes stack status effects in Warframe, such as corrosive magnetic gas and blast, and they have a maximum stack limit of 10. And once a stacks are reached, a sequence, it refreshes hits and duration. Wait, what was that list? Corrosive magnetic gas blast. And then heat slash are the exception, offering unlimited stacks for minimal damage over time. Yeah, but is there any other that have that effect, like heat and slash, that don't have a stack limit? Like, if you know those, because I would really like that information if you know that, like, off the top of your dome. Like, straight top of your head, top of your brain. Only those two. Oh. That sucks. Like, genuinely. Wait. Oh, so toxin and electricity do have it. Okay. So I thought they did, and I thought my eyes were like, I'm like, no, I'm probably just reading it wrong, and it's probably just a heat status effect that's having the unlimited stack. What about cold? Because if cold doesn't have a stack limit, then all the base elements don't have stack limits, but the combined elements do have a stack limit combined with a... When you hit 10 stacks, a thing happen. Cold goes to 10. Okay, so cold's the odd man out for the basic elements. It's good to know. I'm learning a lot today. I'm learning a lot on Warframe. And I hope you're learning a lot on Warframe. You're probably not, because you're probably crazy at this game. I'm average Joe. But I'm really trying to get more into the elements with my builds. I talked about it like way earlier when you were here about it, but I'm just trying to get more into the elements. No, I'm just a baby MR1. Wait, are you? That's crazy. You know way more than I did in MR1. In MR1, all I knew was gun, shoot, lightning hands, and then that was it. Whistles innocently. Wait, oh, you're not MR1. You've deceived me for the first time. Also, I should be paying more attention to the Bureau of Defense, because they're over there getting the things. I say if you're MR1 and you're this knowledgeable about the game and how everything just kind of operate, I'm amazed. Genuinely, just like a little Einstein. You know, it's weird, but like I'm kind of looking at Citron now, and I'm like, Citron isn't as crazy as I remember it being compared to like the newer Warframes. You know what I want to do, and I haven't been able to do it in Warframe, is I want to make a robot hound, one of those robo hounds. But I know you need to do like Railjack for that, and I want to make one, and I want to name it Quarter Pounder because I love my Death Cube. Death Cube, you my boy. It's in the name. He does everything I ever want him to do. Prince Energy, kills my enemies, duplicates, and then kills more enemies. But what's-a-calls-its. But to be fair, 1 is the only number in my MR rank. Oh. Oh, so you looped up to 30. I know they're the game you're playing here. I recognize this sick and twisted game. It's a truth, but not a full truth. It's a half truth. But it's the full truth, but it's disguised as a truth. I get you. I understand. These lie truths. These truths disguised as lies. I understand. I fully comprehend. The eye of my mind is opened in a weird way. Like at the end of that one Doctor Strange movie that nobody liked. Even though I really wanted to like it. They need to make another Doctor Strange movie. I want another Doctor Strange movie. I love Doctor Strange. He has everything I want. He's a wizard. He casts spells. He defends the world from mystical threats. Everything I want. This past Easter, there was a squirrel, and the squirrels are like going crazy around me because there's some dude that's feeding them nonstop. And so the squirrels are getting super duper brave where I live. And it was like, there was an Easter egg hunt my family does. And it's just like, oh, it's fun. Everyone just go around. And I started walking around the yard, and like all the Easter eggs were like eviscerated. Like they were destroyed. And it's like, what the hell? And we just saw a squirrel shoot to the bottom and the top of an Easter egg and then just sprint away. And it's just like, what the hell? There's these squirrels just absolutely destroying Easter eggs. And it's not like, oh, there's like a real egg, right? It's like, no, like the little plastic ones. Like they're chewing through the plastic for no reason. There's money inside. There's not even like real food inside. Some of them were empty. It was insane. These squirrels out here be just going crazy. Just chewing through everything. I want to go see Deloitte. Oh, that's what it is. I thought I smelled pickles, and I just realized it was just my hand. My hand smelled a pickle. Because I had a pickle chip earlier, and the smell still lingers on my hand, and I'm really hungry. 2 days special, Citron Unearthed. I'm gonna have to do a mining run at some point, which is kind of inconvenient. Goodbye, Mad Squirrel, and thank you for watching and all the advice and tips and just fun chatter. I just gotta figure out where I am. I'm gonna get the blueprint because the blueprint's the most expensive. Items require two. Oh, no, two items required. Um, I don't own this, right? The game would tell me if I own this. There'd be like a little check mark next to it. Worst case scenario, I just burnt all my crap on that. All right, so we're about at the 3 hour mark, and I will think maybe no, I won't. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep framing. I'm gonna keep warring. Also, I need to get out of here. I just started jumping around randomly while just thinking my thinky thoughts. All right, view offerings. I need to get some. Where's the relic packs? Here we go. I don't know if I got anything good here, but I'm just kind of just collecting now. Oh, I got an Aya. Go here. Very important. I always got to remember to get these relics, and I never really remember to get them when they're available. This is one of my favorite ways to get relics and just kind of just amass them. I gotta get Caliban Prime and Caliban. I don't know how you get Caliban, though. It was one of those Warframes where I'm like, I really liked his concept of him just summoning a bunch of, like, little dudes to do his minions. I mean, his bidding. Not a bunch of minions to do his minions. That would be really weird. That's actually describing something that's actually highly inappropriate. My bad. I lost my train of thought after highly inappropriate. Another Warframe slot. Did I already get the weapon slot? No, I didn't. I want more weapon slots. The weapon slots are honestly like the best part of the Nightwave, besides the Umbra Forma. Just because you always need more weapon slots. Always. I never make it to the end of the Nightwave. Like, look, oh wait. Cred offering, no. Isn't there a way to see like my past Nightwaves? Not here. Not in this menu. I wish there was a way to farm Nightwave when you've completed all your challenges, because that would make the Nightwave so much better. Also, next stream, it won't be Warframe. For those of you who are like, oh, stop it with the Warframe. I'm gonna pick up Folly. I'm gonna upgrade. You can figure out if I'm gonna form a Folly. Not right now. I don't think I'm gonna form her right now. I think I wanna. I think I'll do that off stream. Fix up Folly. What I really need to do right now is go to a different planet and acquire my stupid crap. And you're like, stupid crap. I need to acquire the little like effigy from Folly. The little balloons, because I want to get the little balloons that come off her. I'll show you in a second. You'll see what I'm talking about. Also, Barketeer came this weekend for today. He doesn't have a lot of good things, or he has a lot of things I already own. So therefore, he doesn't have a lot of good things. You know, someone always told me this guy has a chance to sell Umbra Forma, but I don't believe it. I don't believe this guy sells Umbral Forma. Or this guy over here. Not you. There we go. The lift balloons, but look. See, it just makes funny little balloons. Funny, funny little balloons. Yes, 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 yes. Also, it makes you look kind of just like goopy. That one looks like that. What's this one? This one makes you look like you're covered in paint. Makes you one color. And then brings your color back. Which I really like. But it's a little over the top. For my taste. This one I liked, where it just kind of... Truth in shapes created by this for Mark's increased understanding. It just kind of makes you a little silhouette, kind of, some points, sort of. All right. What else could I buy from this sucker? I mean, fine, man. How much do I buy? It contains 200. Um. All right, that should do it from him. Bruges. Oh, no, I just did that. I need a folly system to make another folly, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do those missions. I have time to do those missions again. I don't want to do those missions again. I really, 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 really don't want to do those missions again. If I have to do those missions again, I'm gonna jump off a cliff. Or something. I don't know. I'm gonna do something. Uh, missions I do gotta do though is I gotta go to the Deimos. And I have to make sure I done all the Argon hunts. Over here. That's it. Thank you, brain, for remembering. Netrocell. I have two. All right. So I think I'm gonna probably do this one Netrocell, and then maybe we'll wrap it up for Warframe and see how we feel after that. You know something I realized that Folly doesn't do? That Oroxia does? Oroxia is a great platform frame, and Folly doesn't do that. It's not that Folly even needs to do that. Folly doesn't even need a weapon. Come on, pick that up. There we go. Yo, why do you suck at this? Just hack it. That was mean of me to just tell him he sucks at it. Oh, this way. Up, 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 up. I like doing Spider-Man things with Oroxia. Are there mods out there for... Oh, for a second there, I thought there was more in the fun chat box. Ugh. Alright, come on. Go through here. Ow. Oh, where art thou? Last objective thing? Oh, wrong direction entirely. Or someone already grabbed it, and I don't know it. Man, there's a lot of enemies here. You know, I know all these enemies are just gonna disappear the moment I need them. And you're like, what do you mean, like, they'll disappear? I mean, like, there'll be this final objective to be like, all right, now, we're gonna need to, like, to kill all these guys and open this up. And they'll just be like nothing. You know the Warframe I still haven't gotten to work yet? Is Uriel. I haven't cracked that man yet. I'll crack that man one day, though. Really gotta be careful not to kill him outside of the range. Boop, boop. Gotta know what's in there. What was the whole plot reason for this again? Was it just raiding Daddy's liquor cabinet? I'm pretty sure it was the equivalent of raiding Daddy's liquor cabinet to see what he got. Ooh, I got another Stella. I don't know what that is. What it's for. Find them, smash them, boil them alive. Okay, he's got it. I mean, more spiders. Go, my minions. Gnaw at their ankles. No one's allowed to have ankles around here. We're making nubs. I am the ankle slayer. Slayer of ankles. Can we just get like a guillotine out and then just start like chopping off feet? I just thought it'd be really fun if we just chopped off all the Grenier's feet. But let's be honest, every Warframe that exists is just committing a vast amount of war crimes constantly. Because there's some of these weapons are literally just microwave guns, and we're literally just hammering them with radiation until they die, and that cannot be a painless death at all. I can't see. Were you just standing over here waiting? Were you just fast? I love this room. Got so much loot. All the looties. All the goodies. How much damage can I do? I can do that much damage. I got a blue Archon shard? And like, I'll take it, but I'm still feeling a little cheated. Getting blue. All right. So for the moment, I'm gonna wrap up today's stream. So we got a Discord in the description to let you know when stream starts and there's any delays. And I do stream every day. And the Discord's there to let you know when we start. Times may vary because this is a, I don't want to say a hobby, but it's definitely something I do every day. And it's something I enjoy doing. And I want you to be like, oh my gosh, I enjoyed this stream, but I'll never see him again because I don't know when he'll start. No, the Discord's there to let you know when we start and what we're doing. And it's really good and it's really great, and you should consider looking in there because it's just info of letting you know when we start and if there's anything bad happening or bad happens and I can't stream for that day. All right. And then there's also the YouTube and Twitch in the description. You know, if you're on Twitch, there's a YouTube link. If you're on YouTube, there's a Twitch link. Yup. So you can watch on your preferred platform. And if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And I really do hope you enjoyed. And thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. And I will say thank you so much for being here on this stream. This stream was a ton of fun. I didn't just talk to myself for 3 hours straight. So for now, thank you so much for being here. And I will say goodbye to all of you. Goodbye.